Commander, I'm hearing chatter you're brokering a treaty between the Krogan and the Turians.
If
Sure
I get
am.
Krogan boots on Palaven, Turians promise me their support.
And how does Cerberus get involved?
I don't know. The Elusive Man is up to something.
Then keep them at bay. I can't overstate what a victory this treaty would be for the Alliance. We'll need all the help we can get.
How's the Prothean device coming?
Alliance R&D has officially begun construction. The team has dubbed it Project Crucible. We're throwing everybody who knows how to hold a hammer at it. This is going to be the most ambitious undertaking in human history.
Will we get it done?
I'm not saying it won't be a challenge, but our researchers tell me the designs are elegant, massive in scope, but strangely simple as well. We can do this, Shepard. You can do this. Never doubt that.
No, sir.
Good. Hack it out.
Good, ship it out. Bye-bye. It's massive. Holy shit, it is massive. Fuck me. Death Star, eat your fucking heart out.
You have the female, Rex. A cure for the rest of your people can come later.
That wasn't the deal.
But Palaven needs your reinforcements now. We can't delay.
How do you think we
Unless
feel?
every Krogan gets the cure, there's no alliance.
Morton, how long will it take to finish a cure?
Need to synthesize base antigen from female. Also requires healthy male Krogan tissue. We'll need a sample.
You're looking at it.
Acceptable. We'll need you to remain aboard Normandy for procedure.
Let's hope the food's gotten better.
I wouldn't have thought Rex was the best choice. Although, to be fair, Grunt technically wouldn't work either because the genophage thing still kind of affects him too, really.
Formulating a cure that works for every Krogan sounds like a tall order, Morton. Can you do it?
Of course. Similar to Genophage Modification Project. Working against own alterations this time. Not as simple as garbage DNA blocking attachment sites. We'll need to counteract shutdown of redundant nervous system, adjust neurotransmitter levels.
Got it.
We'll create cure, Shepard. Don't need to worry.
Then get started, Morton. And make it quick.
Always do. We'll be in medbay if you'd like to speak more. Eve requires tests.
Eve?
That's her
Female's
name.
real name unknown. Normandy, a human vessel. Human mythology seemed appropriate under circumstances. Suggest speaking with her. New perspective. Surprising in Krogan.
Not a bad name.
Now, is there anything else?
There's a small matter concerning a ship we've lost contact with.
What happened?
I'd rather discuss it in private.
Turian problems can't even come close to what I've got.
What is it?
Some of my men went missing. The rest of it we can discuss somewhere else.
I'll find
For
you both in the
God's
war
sakes,
room.
man.
Just be ready to talk.
If we don't start working together, we are fucked.
You said one of your ships had gone missing?
Crashed, actually. I couldn't speak in front of the Krogan. Our ship went down on Tuchanka. Now they're pinned by an advanced guard of Reapers scouting the planet.
What are your men doing there?
I'm sorry. That's classified. But it's
Hi,
vital they
Mark.
be rescued. They must complete their original mission. It's a matter of galactic peace.
I'll do what I can.
I appreciate your help and understanding.
I understand this is a difficult time for you, Primarch, but Earth can't survive without reinforcements. Can I still count on your help?
If the Krogan help us on Palaven, then I give you my word.
Your men that crashed on Tuchanka. How many are there?
A platoon.
You said their mission was a matter of galactic peace. Why?
I'm sorry, Commander. As I said, it's highly classified.
Look, if you want me to put my ass on the line, I need answers.
I can't tell you. Please understand.
Your family's on there, aren't they?
The commander is Lieutenant Tarquin Victus. He'll be your contact.
Your son.
Victus.
My son. I needed someone I could trust completely.
Well, then that makes this completely obvious then. Of course I'll help you.
The Solarian Dalatras was worried about what the Krogan will do once they're cured. How do you feel?
It won't matter if we don't stop the Reapers, but I understand her doubts. The moon you found me on? That's where we made our last stand against the Krogan during the rebellions. They were that relentless.
They were that close to getting to your planet? Wow.
How did it turn out?
The Krogan started using asteroids as weapons, directing them against our colonies.
Wow.
We had no choice. The Genophage was our last resort. So yes, Krogan intentions after this war will be a serious concern, but I'd rather have a grateful ally than a resentful enemy.
Reaching out to the Krogan for help must be difficult for you.
We can't allow the mistakes of our past to cloud the future. Your race and mine were once enemies. The first contact war, as you call it.
Yep.
I was there, dodging shells fired by your navy. But look at us now, standing in a ship of Turian human design, working together.
A lot can change in history. Some good, some bad. That's how it usually is.
That's all.
Of course, Commander.
Hell of a show down there on Surkesh. Just like the old days, Shepard. Right down
Indeed.
to me pulling your ass out of the fire.
I was the one with bullets flying at me.
And I gave you the moral support to dodge them.
So helpful of you.
You said one of your squads is missing?
They were scouting out the Rachni relay. We've heard rumors of trouble in the area.
Rachni?
Thought that might get your attention. I have a favor to ask. It's big.
Don't tell me they're back.
All I know for sure is our scouts went silent as soon as they arrived. I've got Aralak Company, my best unit, on standby. You give the word, and they'll meet you there.
I'll see what I can do.
Get on it, Shepard.
Will do.
What will you do after the Genophage is cured?
Once we deal with the Reapers, most Krogan will want to settle a score with the Turians and Solarians. I won't let them. That isn't our path forward. This time will be different.
I hope so.
A lot of people will be relieved to hear that. No one wants to repeat history.
They know we'd probably win this time.
Probably.
But war has never brought us anything except misery. It's time to focus on rebuilding.
Back on Surkesh, it looked like the female Krogan could hold her own.
Our females don't lack for spirit. For males, a good show of force sorts things out. But females like to talk about it. Then think about it. Then talk about it some more.
Welcome to
Women
women,
have good
mate.
ideas, Rex. You should listen.
Yeah, but they have so many of them. So sometimes I pretend to listen and... Well, let's just say Krogan females have tempers too.
Is that where you got all those scars from?
What's the situation back on Tuchanka?
I'm still getting scattered reports of Reaper forces arriving. Something big is brewing. I won't let those things take Tuchanka. Not when we're about to cure the Genophage. My people have had enough bad luck in our time.
How could there be trouble with the Rachni? They were all but extinct. The last queen promised to disappear forever or be destroyed.
I know, I was there. I've got a bad feeling about this. It may not be Rachni, maybe it is. Could be another invasion. If they're crawling out from under some rock, you know how bad it could get. We need to stop them.
That's it for now, Rex. Let's get back to work.
Anytime. And Shepard, I like what you've done with the Normandy. Got tired of always hanging around the cargo bay before. I still don't have a window like Liara does, but it's progress. Wish I could knock some heads around with you, but duty calls. If the Solarian says my DNA's important, Who am I to argue?
So, bringing the Krogan to a war summit went well? You want me to invite the Batarians too? Or the Vorcha?
Bit too soon for that, mate. Most of the Batarians are dead.
Building alliances is the only way we stand a chance against the Reapers.
Yeah, but the Krogan? I'd feel better if we had a tighter plan, like time travel or teaching the Reapers to love. Still, good to have Morden back. The bad guys shouldn't get the monopoly on mad scientists.
True.
It is good you came by. I have questions about the genophage.
You and everyone else.
What do you need, Edie?
A Krogan female of breeding age can produce clutches of up to 1,000 fertilized eggs over the course of a year.
What?
There are over 1 billion females on Tuchanka. If even 1% become fully fertile, they can birth 10 billion infants.
On Earth, bugs have a lot of young too. Most of them die.
The attrition rate would naturally be high, but the state has an interest in keeping the children alive for warfare purposes.
Any other cheerful thoughts?
Logistics. Even were they to side with us, transporting the Krogan to the battlefields of Palaven could prove difficult. They have been demilitarized. That is, they have no warships.
What do you suggest?
They will
Have
need
the
terrain or
Taurians.
civilian starships to carry them to battle. With your permission, I will make the necessary calls to have these ships in place for when you deliver the Krogan.
Do it. Anything else?
Food. They will be unable to eat anything on Palaven. They must bring their own or rely on the nutrients in their humps.
This keeps getting better and better.
The Krogan will also require sedatives, since Krogan fight with others of their kind in enclosed spaces such as starships.
Make it happen. Are there any last things you're worried about?
Nothing that demands your attention, Shepard.
Well, I appreciate it nonetheless.
Morden sent me a nicely crafted message. It seems he recalls our conversations about the Solarian equivalent of transhumans.
If I could, I'd stop you right...
Transhumans have some of their brain's abilities, such as memory, supplemented or entirely replaced by cybernetics. Legal definitions vary from planet to planet. The Solarians embrace the concept. Humans have diverse and contentious opinions.
Do my implants make me a transhuman?
That would be telling.
What?
I'm sorry. That was a joke.
That was a joke.
You are fully human. Cerberus extensively reconstructed you, but your brain functions are organic.
Don't ever do that again.
Hello, Shepard.
Hello, Shepard.
So traumatic. You sure you're okay, Karen?
I wouldn't wish a collector abduction on my worst enemy. But it's behind me now. I'm fine. But it makes me think of Earth and all the other Reaper-occupied worlds. What are the Reapers doing to the people who live on all those worlds? As we sit here, enjoying our coffee. How many souls are in agony this very moment? Millions? Billions? Go, Greg. I lied. I'm not fine.
Bless her. She's such an empath. It would affect her. I mean, even right now, someone is suffering. But you just cannot think that because it will just overload you with emotions. You just can't think like that.
Everything okay in the med bay?
Yes, Morden would just like some space to work with Eve.
Let's go see
Aware
Eve.
Krogan females find scars attractive. Garrus loyal, reasonably intelligent, bit aggressive, almost like Krogan.
For the third time, Doctor, I'm not interested.
Ah, Shepard. We were just...
Are you okay?
I'm fine, Rex. You can relax.
Can't be too careful, or put any faith in Solarian doctors.
This one is different.
Is he? What's that?
Simple blood test.
What kind?
Kind that ends the genophage. Shepard, please. Distraction's counterproductive. Also affecting comfort of patient.
He was your inside source, Rex. You can trust him.
Solarians have minds like a maze. You never know when they're leading you into a trap.
Trap. Eve's release my doing. Would never have known about her if not for me.
That was then. But she's out now. And if she gets hurt, I'll feel it.
Understand. But my patient, my responsibility. Her welfare a priority. Will not allow her to be compromised by anyone.
You got a quad, Doctor. Keep her safe. Our females have endured enough.
Don't forget, still need your tissue sample.
I'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
Common phobia. Fear of needles.
Yeah, bless him.
Or Solarian doctors.
Now have work to do.
Or female
Prefer
Krogans.
females of the species.
Thank you for saving my life, Commander. I didn't think the Krogan had any allies left in the galaxy.
You're
We owe a
welcome.
lot to you, even if most people have forgotten that.
They can be forgiven. Our actions have hardly inspired friendship.
Part of being friends is knowing each other's name. I feel bad that I don't know yours.
I surrendered it the day I became a shaman of the female clan. I belong to my sisters now. But perhaps one day, when this is over, you can know it.
I'd be honored to. Well, I'm surprised that you weren't called Lilith, because if I'm correct, Lilith was technically Adam's first wife. And most people believe that she was actually the snake that tricked Eve into, well, I'd say tricked, she was kind of like, she lured her to doing it, basically. She tempted her. Anywho.
I didn't realize the Krogan had female shamans.
Wisdom comes from pain, and the Genophage has made us very wise.
Ever thought about not being wise
Rather
and
than
just learn
surrender
from
to
your
despair,
mistakes?
a few of us chose to preserve the ancient ways. We safeguard our culture, our knowledge, our secrets. So when our children live again, the Krogan will flourish.
How were you initiated?
You're locked in a cave for 7 days with just enough food to last. On the 8th, you'll starve.
What does that prove?
Your resolve. Every acolyte is given a chance. You either claw your way out through the rock with your bare hands, or you die.
I see. Although technically, wouldn't the smartest thing to do is to just claw your way out on the first day, leave one little weak layer, and then wait the rest of the remaining 8 days, and then just say, oh, I got out on, like, pure resolve alone, you know, like, just, yeah.
That's a brutal initiation.
But an illuminating one. You learn to appreciate the light by living in the dark.
Exactly.
How did you make it out alive?
I started digging the wrong way. I was in complete darkness. Nothing other than my own heartbeat to sustain me.
What happened?
I found this. A simple crystal, but it became my chisel. Take it as a reminder, Commander. In the darkest hour, there is always a way out.
The smallest light can lead anyone out of the darkness.
What do you think of Rex?
When he's not trying to sire half of Tuchanka, he's the best thing that's happened to the Krogan. But I won't tell him that. His head's big enough already. Literally.
He's turned into a strong leader.
I know in his heart Rex wants what's best for us. Though not all the other clans see it that way.
Why would the other clans give Rex trouble? You'd think they'd want a better future.
It's not in the nature of our males to cooperate. They've evolved to be selfish. Their only concern is survival. Rex is different. He's a mutant. And that, you can tell it.
Do you think Rex will want revenge for the Genophage?
Some clans will expect it, but I hope Rex resists.
I believe he will.
understands the cycle of violence must end if Krogan are ever to have a voice in galactic politics. Still, he's just one Krogan. If enough clans demand it, he may not be able to stop them.
Knowing human culture, we're very xenophobic as a species, if you think about it. Like, I would love the opportunity to meet an alien, to be able to talk with them, know their culture, know their people, know their ways. But knowing human politics, it'll probably just lead to another war. I can see that. Us just taking advantage of them in one way, shape or form. Hell, we do it to our own kind, for fuck's sake.
If you don't mind me asking, what's it been like living with the Genophage?
I knew sisters who couldn't bear the shame of being infertile. They would wander off into the wastelands, hoping a Thresher Maw would kill them and end their torment.
Did the thought ever cross your mind?
Yes. After my first stillborn.
I'm sorry. That's horrible. Imagine putting someone through that. That's just horrible.
How has Mordin been treating you?
Better than Krogan males do. He's not like a typical Solarian.
No. Organ redundancy results in new period before metaphase. Can't alter that. Damage to telomeres, premature aging.
He does that.
He does it a
sense
lot.
pain in him too. He told me about his work on the genophage. I should consider him an enemy. Yet I think seeing my sisters and I changed something in him.
Sorry, both your offspring have an allergy to dairy and...
Well, it wasn't his ear. How did you get involved in Malin's experiments?
The other females and I volunteered. We heard Malin was trying to cure the genophage for Clan Weirlock.
Aren't they a rival clan?
Rivalries are the invention of the males. Under their rule, Tuchanka has laid in ruins for over 1,000 years. It's time females took back our place in society and resurrected our future. Malin was our best hope.
Was it worth it?
Would you go to Malin again?
Absolutely. It only takes one candle to light a fire, and then the darkness is no more.
I found Malin's lab. It looked like a dungeon. His experiments were brutal.
We learned that too late. He meant well, but his methods grew more barbaric as he went. We finally escaped into the rubble. Eventually, a Solarian team found us. They saved our lives. We were so sick.
I'm sorry none of the other females survived.
I know. The youngest one, Kern, was the last to go. But she knew she would enter the void free of this curse, and then smile when she looked down upon the children of Tuchanka. Her spirit will be the midwife to my firstborn.
That's lovely.
Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you for talking with me.
It's my pleasure, Commander. I've only met a few humans in my time. I'm glad for the opportunity.
I love her voice actress. She sounds very peculiar. I think I've heard her voice actress somewhere before. I'm just not so certain. I'm not good with names. I really am terrible with names.
Shepard, blood work complete. Indicates significant stress on Eve's system. Malin's data thorough. Fortunately detailed as well. Have used notes to improve her condition.
Have you determined
Thank
why
you,
she's
Morgan.
immune?
Genophage targeted hormone production during pregnancy. Modification project used same modality. Her immunity, totally different. Targeted glands now obsolete, like human appendix. Other glands mutated to produce proper hormones, enable viable birth. Also explains her weakness. Gland substitution imperfect. Health trouble.
Can you use it?
You think you can make this work for all Krogan?
Yes. We'll use Eve's tissue to produce mutagen, alter gland function across entire species. Must improve mutagen as well, tune hormone production. Long-term illness for all Krogan otherwise.
Yeah.
So, we did the right thing by saving the data?
Indeed. Would be much harder to treat Eve without it. Maybe impossible.
And all those experiments we saw back on Tuchanka?
Monstrous, repulsive, but now with purpose. Victims didn't die for nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Any word on Malin himself?
No. Ordered teams to search for him when trying to help Eve. Nothing so far. Large galaxy. Lots of places to hide. Could already be dead for all we know. Would kill him now if possible. Unless he could help.
Okay, unnecessary, but fair enough. I mean, yeah, his experiments were brutal, but in a way, in the madness, he did find a way of helping, so... I'm not one for about morality, but at the end of the day, his work did help.
So, the end justifies the means?
Not my means.
But you're using the data, encouraging more experiments like Malin's.
Encouragement irrelevant. Will always be scientists willing to perform unethical tests. Can't change that.
True.
But can help Eve. Can cure genophage. Won't ignore data vital to her survival because of unethical origins.
How is she doing?
No fever currently. Heart rate elevated. Likely stress. Eating appropriately. Could use another blanket. Something soft. Prefer to
Aw.
let her recover fully before synthesizing cure. My medical recommendation.
My people don't have time for that.
Her opinion, somewhat different.
You care about her.
My patient, my responsibility. Found her at STG base. 3 doctors injured trying to restrain her. Undid arm restraints. Didn't resist when she grabbed me. Promised to help her. She said, please.
That's quite sweet. That's quite sweet. Something like that similar happened with me when I was taking care of a horse. You probably heard about her on my channel a couple of times, Margot. She was a beautiful Shetland. Shy horse, sorry, not Shetland. That's completely the wrong size. Shetland's like mini. She was a shy horse. When I was at Plumpton, I went down to see the new horses they had in stock, and they had this one rescue. She had been through so much. Abused. Basically, they worked her to death in some fucking foreign country. They brought her here for rest and relaxation, and to somewhat give her more of a normal life. She did not trust men whatsoever. She hated men. Until I walked in. She charged at me. I didn't move. She did kind of bump into me a little bit, but it was alright. She stopped. She like rose up on her hind legs for a little bit. Came back down. I held my hand out, waited for her to come, sniffed it, and I just said to her, "Good girl. Good girl." Animals are very easy to understand when you know what they've been through. With her though, she definitely didn't like other men. I feel like I was the only one. I felt truly special in that moment, but I only realised it's because I didn't show her fear. Not that you should try this with all animals, but with the abused one, it does help to have a more tender hand really with them. It helps them understand you a little bit better. She was a good horse.
You always defended your genophage work.
I miss her.
What changed your mind?
Never change mind. Genophage proper decision in time. New circumstances necessitate course correction.
Those circumstances being?
Reaper invasion. Turians doomed without Krogan support. Krogan need unified threat, outlet for aggression, cooperative symbiosis.
In a way, yeah, it is kind of a symbiosis. Not a very healthy one, but yeah.
Nothing else? No personal stake here?
Getting old, Shepard. Not many years left, but still best candidate for project. Few Solarian scientists interested in genophage. None with my expertise. Had to be me.
Someone else might have gotten it wrong?
Possibly. Stakes too high for inexperience. But not about them. My work. My job to put it right. To prove I can.
You felt guilt about working on the genophage. It's okay to admit it, mate.
Nice talking with you, Morgan.
You're doing good work here,
Thank
Morgan.
you, Shepard. Glad to be back.
You planning to stick around when this is over?
Until Reaper's dealt with, at least. Then, not sure. Have made impact on Galaxy. Genophage modification, genophage cure, work against collectors, decisions, mistakes. Might go somewhere sunny, sit on beach, look at ocean, collect seashells.
You'd go crazy inside an hour.
Probably.
Might run tests on the seashells.
Love that man. Ooh, Garrus, I want to know how your calibrations are coming. I want to know how your calibrations are coming.
They say female Krogan have a thing for guys with scars.
So I've heard.
I've got a few, myself. Here's hoping nobody's planning an arranged marriage to cement this deal. Though I have to say, I admire Eve. The things she must have endured living with the genophage. And now, to top it all off, she's her people's last hope. Imagine the pressure. Takes real courage to face that. I hope we can measure up.
Sounds like the worst night of like sex you could ever imagine. Like, imagine that type of pressure trying to like perform when you've got so much riding on you.
I guess we're at war with Cerberus now, huh? I've never actually seen a female Krogan. Seems like they're the real brains on Tuchanka.
It seems that way.
Good to see Morden's still alive and kicking, and still finding new ways to cause trouble. How's it going?
No calibrations. I'm disappointed in you. I was expecting more calibrations. What the fuck?
It will work, Rex. We just need to finish building the Crucible. Although I'd be interested to learn how you found out about it.
Wasn't that hard. Lucky you keep its location more secret than the fact it exists.
And I'm sure you'll do a good job of both, being so famous for your discretion.
My lips are sealed.
I wouldn't test her, mate. The vein on her forehead is bigger than I've ever seen
Feel
it.
free to look around.